Hey guys, you big group 1. Welcome to my channel. This is a beautiful piece of green opal. We're going to go ahead and we're just doing tarot. We're going to spin a oracle at the end. But today we're going to be looking at what urgent message does Spirit need to deliver to you. So go ahead and get some cards for reading 1, please. The green opal. Some messages from Spirit. Go ahead and get some messages for group 1, please. Any messages for group 1, please. Something they really need to know. Okay, group 1, we've got the 4 of Pentacles was the first card out. And then we have the Devil and the 5 of Pentacles. So a few Pentacles here, as in 2. Okay. 4 of Pentacles, the Devil, 5 of Pentacles. So this message is for the green opal. Had to think about it then. Straight away, the message coming in here is to do with problems with money. There's problems of some sort with money, but the real problem is to do with your thoughts and the way you look and think about money. It's your perspective and the way you view money and the way money is in your life at the present moment. And like everything, life changes, things change all the time. But at the moment, you're having to hold on to your money and the trust isn't there. It's this is the worry, is, you know, that's what's happening. This is you in the middle. That's what the projection is out to that side. That 5 of Pentacles, it looks like there can be lack of money, out in the cold, can't pay your bills, you can buy food, but you know what I mean, it's getting to that point where there's some fears there that are running away a little bit with themselves. It's catching its own ghost story. It's writing its own script, so it's just your mind running away with these thoughts in the back of your mind somewhere, and there's a fear there. So you're sort of holding on to your money and being a little bit lack mentality. There's a bit of lack mentality going on. So that's what has just been in the recent past or what is just happening at the present moment, depending. And then we're going into the Page of Pentacles and Judgment. So with the Page of Pentacles, that's news and information coming in towards you about money. There's some information coming into you that will change that outlook. And you've got the Judgment card. So with the Judgment card, that is waking up to a whole new way of life and a change. It's waking up to a whole new change and a whole different way life's going to actually rotate and change into a different rhythm. We get a few more for group 1, please, for the green opal. And there's the Knight of Pentacles, more Pentacles. So this is definitely all to do with money and the situation and the what's happening with and around in your money, in your abundance world. So waking up to a new way of life, that's Gabriel blowing his trumpet, and he's bringing the dead to life out of the grave. So to bring the bodies up out of the ground, that's quite a big thing, quite a big change, quite a big situations happening. The Knight of Pentacles, he's coming in, but he's a bit slow moving. So with the Knight of Pentacles, he's solid, but he's a bit slow. So I'll get a few more cards for reading 1, please, to do with this situation that's at hand. Okay. First ones we had out was the Page of Swords and the Emperor. So again, the Page of Swords is bringing in that bit of truth, a bit of clarity, even a bit of justice. It's got that bit of a justice vibe there where the Page of Swords is coming in, and you're going to be getting something you deserve. There's something that was owed to you, whether it's through family, friends, karmic, universe, whichever way it's coming, this is coming in. It's coming back in. It's the big cycle, like that big wheel behind the emperor. He's the boss. So the emperor's, he gets what he wants. He gets back on top of the throne. He sits and he's in control again. So that's where your energy is going to be going into, is back into control. And instead of feeling like the money's controlling you, you're going to be controlling the money. So the money's going to be back, put into its place. And there's the Two of Pentacles. So with the Two of Pentacles, with this particular deck, it's still slightly out of balance, but with this side starting to lift, it's starting to rise, and there's the rainbow image across the both pentacles. I feel like the ships are coming in. Things are starting to even out. They're starting to, the tide's starting to turn. Things are going to come back towards you the way they should be going, back into alignment. You've got the Eight of Pentacles. Oh my goodness, I can't believe the pentacles in this. Is just like, what the? And we've got Strength. We've got the King of Swords, and we've got the Ace of Cups. So with the Eight of Pentacles, that's you working, you calculating and looking after your money, working towards changing this money pattern, breaking the money pattern and getting out of that money pattern and that old mindset. You don't want to see it or have it anymore because, hey, who does? Nobody likes it. You've got the Strength. So with the Strength card there, it's virtually just the spirits telling you that you have the strength to move mountains and you will tromp through this. You're going to be fine. They're just trying to reassure you there that it's going to be okay. And the King of Swords, he's usually to do with legal stuff, and there could be for someone out there that could be, ringing true, but this feels more like justice. It feels like it's what is right and what is fair and what is just. And we have the Ace of Cups to finish off this particular deck. I'm going to pull some from the Everyday Witch as well. This is the, I think it's the Caesar. Okay, it's a new deck, sorry, I can't remember. I'll list it in the comments, like down below. You'll know what deck it is, but it's beautiful artwork. And with this one, with this particular deck, that Ace of Cups, it's like the Holy Grail in this particular deck. This is what I read it as. And just as the cycles of the moon are changing up above it here, so does the big cycles in life change. And this big circle and this big event is coming back round into life now, where the big changes are coming in. And this Ace of Cups is, it's fate, it's destiny, it's karmic. Like there's a lot of spirit energy coming through with this card, and with the eye from the heavens looking down and the three rays of gold shining down into, well, one ray sort of shines straight down behind that cup and the two go down, but with the three rays coming down from the heavens, this is divinely guided. This is meant to be, this was destined. It's like a destined vibe, very karmic destined vibe. So yeah, quite a deep read. I'm really spinning at the pentacles just because they're green up the top, but you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's about 10 cards there, and you've got 6 of them are pentacle cards. So this is definitely to do with abundance and income, career, money, and just your financial circumstances. So just with reading 1, have we got anything else we need to tell reading 1 with the green opal, please? Is there anything else they need to know to go with this reading as we finish it out? Oops. Okay, on that note. Right, got no clue, so we'll just lift them all up and have a look. So, again, the Four of Cups sort of makes a lot of sense. The Four of Cups is a little bit of disappointment and a little bit of, the feeling is you've had enough, like you've had enough of that old way of living and existing is the only way I can put it. It's an existing because on some level you're constantly having to worry and watch it all the time, and it's wearing thin. I don't see the Nine of Wands here, but that would be the exact card you would see to say that you're a bit exhausted and you're a little bit over it. Again, we have the Seven of Pentacles, which is the growing card and the growth. And the farmer's card, you know, he's tending his crops, he's working at looking out for the money and making sure that they take care of their money and they're being careful with their money. But the Three of Swords is there just to say what I was saying about the Nine of Wands, is the heartache and the misery on some level that it causes you to have to constantly be always worrying about money. It just, you are like, you're just done with it, you know, go away, I've had enough, don't want to know about it. You had, somewhere I saw him here, where is he hiding? There he is. The Devil again. So the Devil is the doubt, just the negativity, the negative side of it all, because he's got that little bag of money there, and it's just that doubt and that endless feeling that this is never going to change. It's just always like this. I can never get myself to get up. I can never climb the ladder. I can never get on top of it. It feels like you're always getting kicked in the guts, is the only way to put it. We've got the Hanged Man there, so that is the sacrifice all the time, that you're constantly bound by this money and this situation with money. And then we're going into, of course, there's the Two of Swords, which is indecision, having to sort of that juggle vibe again and all that situation going on. But anyway, we've gone back over it, so we've sort of seen all that situation. Five of Swords, which is maybe bickering and arguing with somebody around money and how to spend it and what to spend it on. A bit of that all comes in, which causes stress that you don't really want. So you have Temperance and the Page of Pentacles. Well, we had the Page of Pentacles start the reading, so this energy's sort of just going over the same ground a little bit. You need to get the balance and the healing. And if you have the change come in, it's what's going to heal you, is when the change comes in, it will start healing this karmic cycle with money and how it's always been. There's the High Priestess, the Six of Wands, and Judgment. So we've got Judgment twice. Oh, sorry, Judgment was there. Hiding, there's Judgment there. So Judgment has been, that's the second time Judgment's in the read as well. And with the High Priestess, it's your intuition, going with your gut. It's your trusting yourself, and you'll start trusting yourself more with this situation as it changes. You'll start to believe that it can come to a big change, and that old cycle can be gone. There's the Victory card. You come home, you've won the battle, you've won the war. So that's just another confirmation to say you're going to be fine. And there's you waking up to a new way of life. You got the Six of Swords, Strength, and the Star card. So with that, Six of Swords is passage away from difficulty, so you're moving away from that energy, you're moving away from that situation and that old way of being and living. Strength card again, just it's the second time it's just in behind there again. It's just saying again that you have the strength and the ability to overcome this and to go through. And the Star card's all about healing, balance, and it's Wish Upon a Star, Dream Come True. Really positive read. So that's it for you. And I would like just one Destiny card to finish the readout on, please. Oh no, it's just a mess. Hang on. I'm going to shuffle the other way because it's just not working. One Destiny card for reading one, please. What do they need to know to finish off their reading? Just get one more card. That's it. Oh man! Okay, I'll do what I was going to do. Sorry. I'm going to just spin. So, sorry, there was two stuck there. One off the top. Okay. Can't really see this too easily. I'll tip the camera up a bit. Okay. Can we just get, you better hop off there, you're going to fly off for sure. I'll just get one card for reading one, please. That's your card. Wisdom. Well, that was the one that actually flipped out and was up. That was up the That was the card that turned up on top, but these were all underneath. So wisdom's all about learning. So of course, as it says, wisdom is learning. Knowledge is power, but how's the saying go? I've got to think of it now. Like you're learning things as you go along, but when wisdom comes into play, wisdom is that you've learnt it by experiencing it and living it. As I'm trying to get that, I can't get the saying out. It'll come to me after I finish this reading. But you have now got the wisdom. You've learnt from living and having all this experience. It's been a lesson. It's been a really big life lesson. But you're coming out of the wisdom. You're coming out of this with the wisdom that lesson has been learnt, and you're going to go forward into the new energy, and you'll be able to walk forward with this new energy, and you'll know how and what to do, because you've been and learnt so many lessons through this trouble with money and the way it's plagued you on some level. You have now, it's a big karmic life lesson. Maybe, it was part of your soul contract, but you've actually, in this instance, it's being conquered. So we'll finish you off there reading 1. That was for the GreenOpal. Thanks for hanging out. Bye for now. Hey, reading 2. Welcome to your reading. You would have picked this little piece of clear tumbled quartz. It actually has got a couple of rainbows in that end of it, up in there, which I don't know if you can see it, but it's quite cute. So today we're just going to go ahead and we're going to get some messages from Spirit. It's just a message they want you to know. It's just a message from Spirit straight to you. And with reading 2, we're just going to have the 2 different tarot decks, and then reading 2, and at the end I'm going to spin just a Sacred Destiny card just to finish off the read. So okay, this is for reading 2. We get some cards for reading 2, the message they need to hear, and it's for the clear quartz. Clear quartz for reading 2, please. Get some cards for reading 2. Okay. Alright, first few cards we have was the King of Swords, the Six of Swords, and the Ten of Cups. So to start this reading off, it's beautiful energy, and you've got the King of Swords, the Six of Swords, and the Ten of Cups. So the King of Swords, he is to do with truth, justice. It's how I've read it in the last, the same readings coming through again, with that being, it's like the Justice card, where there's truth has been revealed, maybe an apology has been offered, something has come that makes you feel something that's been troubling you, and now the passage, you're moving away from that energy, you're coming out of that energy, and it's a healing that's gone on. The Ten of Cups is the perfection of the human heart, so it's quite a very happy, prosperous card, being the Ten of Cups. It's quite, it's the top of the Cups deck. Sorry, get my mouth to work. Now we've got the Five of Cups, the Two of Wands, and the Magician. So with the Five of Cups, this is what I was saying before here about this maybe an apology or something coming through. The Five of Cups was a bit of a disappointment. It was an emotional upset, and it's definitely from the past, but it feels like a long time ago energy, that it's from a fair while ago, that there's someone or something you weren't treated, or it wasn't deserved, it wasn't just, it was sort of unfair, the situation. But with this Two of Wands beside it here, I feel like you're moving from that one energy into the new energy. It's because it's with that Six of Swords, it's a passage away from difficulties. So this situation that was the problem, whoever's coming in, I felt like that was an apology, whoever's apologising. And if it's not from a person, it actually can be something really good happening with the universe like a lucky break or a lucky circumstance, or even, I'm not sure who, we'll get some more cards, but it's something to do with magic. Something's a bit magic that's coming in, because you've got the Ten of Cups with the Magician. So that's like a happy celebration, rainbows, goosebumps, like everything's great. And then you've got the Magician, who's magic hanging on the front of it. So to me, there's quite a little bit of magic coming into play, or life's about to get a bit magical. This is the energy that was. This is the situation that was in this pain that was here in this Five of Cups. You've got the Nine of Wands and the Three of Swords. So that's what was sitting down inside the heart, was a bit of pain and a bit of exhaustion, and it's the exhaustion comes from the pain, because you're carrying a burden. It felt like you were carrying something that wasn't really yours. And I don't know, because it's a general read, I'm not sure to pinpoint it, but it feels like it was unjust and not fair. Whatever happened to you, or whatever played out, you don't think you deserved it, and you realistically didn't. But this was something to do with a lesson. And again, we'll get some more cards and go. I'm going to go to my Everyday Witch cards now and see if we can get a bit of more information for reading 2 for the clear crystal quartz, please, about this situation that they've got happening. Alright, that's heaps. We'll stop right there, because it'll just keep chucking them everywhere. Okay, we'll just grab some and see what we've got. Okay, Knight of Wands, Ten of Pentacles. So again, there's the Tower. Yeah, see that's that. See, that was that sacrifice. Ten of Swords. So just those guys there. I always put the Hangman up the wrong way. Ten of Swords is being stabbed in the back. So that feeling of being stabbed in the back. The Three of Swords replayed out again. So this is a heartache. And from what I can feel with these cards, it's been hidden. You've carried this secretly, like you've not really spoken much about it. You've not looked for any sympathy. You've carried it in silence. Realistically, you've virtually told nobody. And you either didn't want to admit how much it really hurt you, or you didn't want them to know how much they'd hurt you. All the circumstances, it might not just be a person that hurt you, it could have been a family. Because we got the family card there, it could have been the family that has somehow stabbed you in the back, betrayed you, treated you poorly. It just comes back to that. You're just being treated poorly. And here's the sacrifice. So you've carried this burden and carried that pain, and you've tried to let it go and just move on and walk away from it. Well, we had the passage up here where you are. It's leaving now. That energy is going. So I'm going back to moving into it now, the Tower. So with the Empress, the King of Wands and the Tower is this big change that's about to come in. There's a big cycle and a big change that's about to come into your life. So with the Empress, of course, she's the birth, the mother, she's psychic, and she's usually birthing an idea or brainstorming. So, and paired up with the King of Wands here and the Ten of Pentacles, I'd say it's definitely to do with something to do with family, or something to do with a good decision that you're going to be looking at or making. And when this apology or this situation and this healing comes through, because they're the healing cards here, I feel like you're going to feel, it's like a big weight's been lifted off your shoulder. And with that King of Wands, it's very very fast-moving energy, and he's very passionate, and he's very, because it always shows, this card in this particular deck always shows up to be like there's travel, whether there's some travel coming in around, or there's somewhere you're going to be travelling to. Maybe there's family or friends or people from overseas that are going to get in touch with you or contact you. But that Tower moment comes in, and in this deck, when the Tower's here, she's got that really a smug look on her face, like she actually took the Tower down herself. So I would feel that it's you that's going to instigate this big change that's coming in, and you're going to be doing it because you're going to feel back up on top. You're going to be back in the driver's seat and feeling like once this healing goes through and this burden is released, I feel like you're back to your normal power and you're walking. You know, you're actually empowered this time instead of feeling like you're always behind the 8 ball a bit because of the wound you've been carrying. And with the Ten of Pentacles, it is just good times and feeling happy and joyful. The Ten of Pentacles is to do with, it can be inheritance and one-off payments and lucky breaks and big money. Or it's just good fun times in and around family and friends. It could be just some celebrations or just birthdays, just general get-togethers and just having a laugh and having some fun. But that's the feeling, is a lightness. It feels like that things have lightened up and the heaviness, all this heavy energy here, is a thing of the past. You're being released from these chains and it's going to be the end of it. And you've got the healing cards here, which is the Hierophant and the Hermit. So the Hermit is what you've learnt. You're going to reflect and see what you've learnt from this journey and the path you've walked. And this is the healing and the balance coming in, because you're going to be mastering. That old energy is going to be a thing of the past. It's going to be gone. Can we just get a couple of cards for what's coming next for card 2, reading 2, sorry. You got the Strength card, so again, just reassuring you from Spirit to say that you're going to be able to get through this, and it will be, you'll be rid of that energy. You want to get rid of that heavy energy. It will be gone. There's putting down that burden. There's the burden, which is the Ten of Wands. You want that burden gone. And here we've got the Seven of Cups and the Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups can be a romantic union, or if you're not looking for a romantic union, you've already got a partner. This is the feeling, once that heaviness leaves, this is the feeling where you're back into empowerment. Seven of Cups is definitely to do with you've got a lot of opportunities start opening up in front of you, because once this really heavy energy of the past gets put away, it gets packed up and it's gone, and it frees up everything around you like a ripple. And like a ripple, like the pebble in the pond, and the ripple goes out. Well, once the ripple gets right out to the edges, it's going to free up the energy, and life and everything's going to start changing and moving, because it feels like you've been holding your breath. You've been hanging upside down for quite some time. You've been chained up and trapped, which is what it feels like, and you're trapped with the pain. You've been trapped in with that pain, and it could actually be physical pain. You could have actually had some physical ailment or problem, and it's actually leaving. And even though you probably think it's never going to go, or you're never going to get better, or you're never going to get past it, it's going to be, the magic's coming back into your life. The energy's changing. Once that old energy, you've played that part, you've walked down that path, it's done. So, didn't even get to ask, and they just popped out, so I think they'll be the last 2 cards for reading 2. And here's the Seven of Wands and the King of Swords. So that's still King of Swords twice there, and that still feels to me like it's an apology or it's justice. So justice will come back to play its hand back for you. And the Seven of Swords is you're ready to take on everyone and anything in your path. You're going to be walking pretty tall and very confident, and very much with that Strength card, you're going to be back. You're going to be back in your step. You're going to be back in your stride. So, okay, we'll see how we go. We did this for reading 1. Can I get 1 card to finish out for reading 2, please? 1 card only. I'll just get 1. Ooh, looks like you got 1. Stillness. Beautiful. Okay. With this card, with stillness, it's all about having, like the swan, it's having the grace, it's having maturity, it's having learnt and weathered this situation, and you're going to be coming out like the swan. You're going to be gliding across the water, and you're going to be coming through from a place of inner strength. So with that stillness, it's very much similar to a Strength card, where there's going to be, people won't quite work it out, but you're going to actually have a certain it's like an aura of strength. They're going to know. They're going to ask you what's different about you. That's what I keep getting about. It's like the swan with the ugly duckling turning into the swan. Well, the ugly's gone. That's the past. The swan's coming in, and I swear somebody somewhere is going to say to you, "Have you done something with your hair, or have you lost weight?" Or they're going to notice you're different, but they won't work out what it is, and it's an inward situation that's changed. So it's beautiful reading 2. Loved it. Hope you got something out of it. Thanks for hanging out, and I'm going to go on to reading 3. Bye for now. Okay. Hi reading 3. Welcome to your reading. Reading 3 would have picked this beautiful piece of tiger's eye. I've had it for a very long time. It's quite nice. And we're going to go ahead and get you some cards for your reading. Today we're just doing tarot cards, and at the end I've just been getting one card from the Sacred Destiny Oracle, but this is just a personal message from Spirit to you. So this is for reading 3 for this tiger's eye. What can the message be about? Can you please give us some information for reading 3? And what personal message Spirit would like to tell reading 3 for the tiger's eye, please? Get some cards for reading 3. Reading 3, please. Okay. Rightio, we had the 2 of Swords, the 3 of Wands, and the Emperor. Okay. 2 of Swords is a decision, and having to make a decision, having to weigh up a decision. 3 of Wands is you're waiting for something to come in. You're waiting for something to happen. You're waiting for something to be... It's coming, but you've been waiting for quite a while for this to come. And there's the Emperor. So the Emperor feels like it's back in charge and being back in... Very much... reading 1 and reading 2 were different, but at the moment this is very much feeling a bit like the reading 2, but we'll keep going. I'll let you know. Okay, we've got the Chariot, the Empress, and the 10 of Pentacles. So with that Chariot, that's that energy starting to move. What you've been waiting for is actually starting to appear. The Empress, she's usually, in this card she doesn't look pregnant, but she's usually the pregnant mother of the Major Arcana. So in this particular deck, she looks like she's got that big ring there. Looks like she's steering something to me. So she's got all the star signs spinning around her there in this particular deck. And it looks like she's trying to steer the ship. She's trying to steer that boat. She's trying to bring it in. So this is your own. You've been trying to manifest or get something to come. You've been working quite hard behind the scenes trying to get something to come into play. You've been trying to learn how to manifest, or you've been just trying to manifest. Maybe it's a wish upon, like something like close to your heart you've been wishing for. And you're working the energy and the movement that's coming in around this. This is that indecision and weighing things up. And being patient, I feel like that's been a stalemate. It feels like you've been made sit and wait, just like this card was waiting. And being the Emperor's the material world, having the 10 of Pentacles sitting on the Emperor, it very much is a big yes to whatever you've been wanting to manifest, and what you've been working towards is about to hit the jackpot. That's just exactly how it reads. It's just about to come into play. And this isn't just about the material world. There's a part of it's to do with money, but the other part of it's also to do with your own energy, your own manifestation, what you've been working on, what you're sort of going to be rewarded for. And then here's the King of Swords, and in this, and he's been in every single read, but in this particular deck, he always comes out as justice. Your just desserts, getting what you should get, the fairness of things, it's coming back into play. So with him, I'll just grab at least a couple more. With him, that's just saying that with having to sit here and wait, the movement and the energy moving, well, you're moving into that justice and getting your reward. So get a couple more cards for reading 3 for the Tiger's Eye, please. Yes, see, that's the same as before too. Oh yes, very good. Okay, sorry, just had to cough. Throat chakra is freaking out. With this being the 3 of Swords and the Hermit together, this is what you were working on behind the scenes. Like I said, she's trying to steer and manifest something. This is what you were doing behind the scenes, inside an internal adjustment. Right. Now I had to stop because I was choking, and then now the battery ran out. So we'll get back to the reading. Well, with this 3 of Swords, there's been a bit of heartache. And with this justice, I feel like this is now starting to balance out. There's this bit of heartache and a bit of lessons you've been learning, because the Hermit's all about going within on an inward journey. So there's something you've learnt, there's something that's changed, there's something that's coming back. You know, you've been through a bit of a dark path for a little while. You've been down this bit of a dark road where it's been a bit painful, but you've learnt so much out of it. And now this is I said it's the King of Swords, but this is the justice coming into play, where things are going to come back in now. And it's like you've learnt this lesson, you've walked through this energy and you've learnt from it. And I feel like now's the time that you're going to start seeing the changes that you've implemented, because you've made changes by going on that inward journey. The 5 of Swords, 5 of Wands, sorry. So with that 5 of Wands, that has been the conflict within you. You're not really fighting here with other people. I feel like it's been an inner conflict where you've been battling with yourself to change. You've been battling with yourself to change patterns in your life that you don't like and you don't want anymore. You want to change and go and become just that, the magician. So with this Hermit energy, you're becoming the magician, where you're learning how to control and how to manifest and how to play the game of life. Virtually that's what I'm getting, is how to get through this, you know, sometimes shadowy landscape of life, and you're starting to learn some of the big universal laws and how and why things happen and how things work. Why certain things happen in life that you don't understand at the time. You're starting to get answers. It feels like you're starting to become the magician's becoming a bit of the master. So, okay, reading 3 with the Tiger's Eye. We're going to just get a few more cards for reading 3 about the situation that's in. This is the urgent. It's not urgent, it's a personal message from Spirit to let them know something. We'll just see what we've got here. Okay, we have the Knight of Wands, the Queen of Wands, and the 6 of Wands. A lot of wand energy, Okay, so with those 3, and the Wands movement is, you know, because the Wands deck, the Wands suit in the tarot is all about the fire side. It's ruled by the fire element. So with the Knight of Wands, it's fairly fast-moving energy, and in this movie, he's about to take on a dragon. In this Queen of Wands, she's virtually won the dragon over, and she's sitting on his tail here with a bouquet of flowers, and even the cat's, you know, pawing at her leg like she's a bit up there, like it, you know, like it's like winning. It's a winning vibe sort of thing, and this is chasing the dragon, conquering the dragon. And then the 6 of Swords is the victory after the battle. So the victory card is, this energy is just coming back in to say that after I said you could be the magician becoming the master, this is just a confirmation to say that you're winning. Whatever you've been learning and trying to organise and work out in your head what lesson you're learning and everything, you're actually starting to get on top of it and getting ahead of it all, like you're starting to come out the other side of it. You got the Queen of Swords, the Nine of Swords, and the Eight of Pentacles. So with this still mastering things here, with that Eight of Pentacles, becoming the master and getting the recipe right, I still see a little bit of sleep patterns that are not running right. You still got this odd bit of, like, maybe once every few nights or once every couple of weeks, you still have these strange, you're waking up and I don't think you really know why you're waking up. That's what it feels like. You're waking up at night and you're sort of like awake and you're thinking, why am I awake? Why aren't I sleeping? But I feel like you're pulling a lot of energy through from astral. You're pulling a lot of energy through at night. When the body goes to sleep, the brain goes up to the astral and is working on other things. So that's why you've got a lot of energy running. It feels like with that Magician card, there's a lot of energy running on a lot of levels. I pulled the wrong one out. Where is he hiding? There he is, right here. Come out, come out. Feels like there's a lot of energy running behind the scenes. And with the Queen of Swords, she's brainstorming, but to me she's also study. So this is you studying, and if you're not studying while you're actually awake, you're studying while you're asleep. So, and this is you still working out how to master, how to mix everything, all the ingredients the right way, and how to go about. You're becoming, you're going from the apprentice, you're becoming the master, but you're still learning as you go, and that will probably happen for quite some time. But you're starting to see results. You're starting to get, things are starting to move and come around. And then you've got the Three of Cups. So the Three of Cups is very much a celebration where you're starting to see some of the rewards coming in. Let me just get another couple of cards for reading 3. So of course we had the Five of Swords, and again that's all to do with that changeable and justice, which I said before. It looked like justice was coming in and you were going to get, the justice was going to come back and clear itself out for you for what you've been working on and doing. Five of Swords is no big deal. It's more or less you sitting on that Nine of Swords underneath. It's that energy that the mind can race away, and it's a little bit of exhaustion. I feel like it's just a little bit of tiredness on and off. So with that energy, I think you just need to monitor yourself. You know when you're feeling a bit exhausted or you've overdone it a bit. I just feel like you need to take some time out and go and celebrate, go and have some fun. Got the Queen of Cups, which is telling you to keep tuning into your own intuition, your own emotional body and your own intuition. And when you're feeling tired or feeling a little bit exhausted, be like the Queen of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles is all about luxury. She's about treating yourself to anything you want to treat yourself to, anything you can do that's a treat, from hairdressers to getting your nails done to buying an outfit to swinging in a hammock. Anything you do that you think's a bit of a luxury, going out and having a nice meal. They're just saying make sure that balance is there, to make sure that you do, with all the work you're putting in and all the energy you're putting in, make sure you treat yourself and look after yourself. But yes, your justice is coming into play, and it's coming in because of all the work you've done behind the scenes, and you're starting to master. The apprentice is becoming the master. So okay, for reading 3 with the Tiger's Eye, can we just get one card, please? Just get one card for reading 3, please. Reading 3, please. There it is. Oh, you've got 2. Okay, I like that. There you go, it's just what we're talking about. Illumination. So of course with that illumination is exactly what the reading's all been about, is what you've actually been working on and learning. A lot of vibes to do with reading 2 a little bit with this one, but if you're drawn to that clear crystal, go and have a look, because it's not exactly the same, but it has got just a little bit of that crossover energy. With the illumination, it's exactly what we were talking about, and it's becoming the magician. It's mastering the energy of that hermit and having to go within and learning lessons And becoming the magician, well, illumination is that knowledge, and like in reading 2, it's to do with wisdom. So this was what was being obtained and what you're doing, what you're actually in the middle of doing right now. And this is a definite message from Spirit saying you're going to have, and you're going to start seeing blessings. You're going to have blessings coming in. You're going to start seeing these blessings, and they'll come in all different shapes and sizes. It can be new people entering your life that end up being a blessing. Sorry, I'm getting a bit... And also any blessings you can think of that are just a really happy, like a bird singing outside your window, and that's exactly what you needed to hear at that particular second in time. You wanted a message from Spirit, and a bird came and sang, and you knew that it was from Spirit. Well, blessings come in all shapes and sizes, but lots of blessings coming your way because of the work and the energy you've been putting into yourself, which is a really great thing to do some work on. Sometimes it can get a bit scary when you're in the dark zone and you're not sure which way to go, but you've seen the light, the illumination, you're coming out, things are changing, and things are going to start going in just a different path in a different way, and there's blessings coming in for you from Spirit. So great reading 3. I'll stop rattling on. And that was for the Tiger's Eye. So thanks, don't forget to like and subscribe and help my channel, and I'll catch you all next time. Bye for now.